The Thanksgiving night hangover cannot go into this week as Texas prepares to take on 10-1 Kansas State. K-State appears to have Mack Brown's number. Brown is just 2-6 against the Wildcats. In order for the Longhorns to have a chance in Manhattan, Texas says physical play is mandatory.
I don't know what it is about the water in Manhattan, but just haven't been able to get it done. And I know that's frustrating for me, and you don't really want the younger guys to have to go through and experience it. But I think this year is a little bit different, honestly, because Kansas State has been a good football team all year, and it's not like there's somebody that's sneaking up on us or playing the role of the giant killer. They're the guys on top, and we're rolling in as underdogs. So it's a little bit different situation, but at the same time, it's been frustrating not to be able to win against them. But I'm excited to have the opportunity to go out and try again.
Those guys, a physical team. Coach Snyder coached them real well, and they've been like that for a very long time. So we just got to go out and do what we do, and I feel like we can be very physical with these guys.
We know we're playing a good opponent, and we know we're capable of playing with them and beating them, but we have to go out and execute at a very, very high level because they're a great football team.
Kansas State's probably as good on defense as anybody in the league. Philosophies are very similar. Take away the run, play man coverage, and make you beat them with a pass.
They make you execute your offense down the field, and it's smart. It's smart how they play, and it's smart what they do, and they make you do your job very simply from what I've seen.
The Texas defense will face arguably one of the best quarterbacks in college football in Colin Klein. Klein averages 210 passing yards per game and is second in rushing for the Wildcats, averaging 72 yards per game.
They will run him as a tailback. They'll do things where he reads as well, but they just will snap it to him and play good old-fashioned everybody go block. And what that does is that means that there's 10 guys blocking for the one guy holding the ball. So you have, either one of your 10 has to whip one of their 10, or the 11th guy to make the tackle. If the 11th guy makes the tackle, then you don't have any help for them in the throw game. And probably one of the more underrated aspects of their entire football team is they have 3 outstanding wide receivers that people usually don't talk about. And he's improved throwing the football, but those are great players.
We were pretty bad in 2010 across the board. We didn't know he was going to start. We thought the thrower was going to start. Weren't prepared, and he ran up and down the field, and we never stopped him. He looked pretty good that night. Did a much better job against him last year. But that'll be a great challenge for our defense this weekend. We played better on defense the last half of the year, obviously, than we did the first half. Played great fourth quarter the other night. We're going to have to play that way for 4 quarters to have a chance against him.
Texas heads into preparation with a new name listed as starting quarterback. Sophomore David Ash injured his ribs against TCU and is listed as questionable for Kansas State, which opens the doors for junior backup quarterback Case McCoy to get his first start of the season.
The whole focus is getting Case prepared to go play against K-State, and then the future is there's no future beyond K-State right now. We're just, what do we have to do in these next 3 practices to get ourselves to play at the level we've been playing and to go execute and not put ourselves in bad situations like we did last game and just focus on that. To have David get himself healthy throughout the week, for Case to prepare himself at a high level and go operate. And that's the entire team, O-line, backs, and everybody, because we cannot put ourselves in a position with turnovers, red zone operation like we did last game and expect to win games.
He's a competitor, and we all know that. That's why I love playing with him and love being around him, just because he wants to win. And if he has an opportunity to go out and help in that, he's excited for that chance, and that's contagious. That spreads, and just. Not that David doesn't bring good energy, because he does, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, and the leader he's been all year. But when Case comes in, just that change, that turnover, it does sort of bring a little bit of a different energy to the offense.
Senior defensive end Alex Okafor injured his right ankle against TCU and is listed as questionable against the Wildcats. Okafor leads the defense with 12 tackles for loss and 8 sacks, but his willpower may enable him to overcome injury and take on Colin Klein.
No, I'll be very surprised if Oak doesn't play. He's a tough guy, and he knows he's the leader of this defense, and like Kenny, he's the heart and soul of this defense also. So, we're going to need him, and, I feel like we'll have him out there.
Reporting on the Longhorns, Taylor Gaspar, OrangeBloods.com.